Congratulations, Gamer Team.
We've got a nice little winning streak brewing here, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they kept it going.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Our matchup tonight taking place in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers going up against the Miami Heat.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, I spoke with Jay about the history he has with Coach Ames.
David, fantastic report. Thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
You know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but by the end of it, both guys were on the same page.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jake Crowder out there with Adebayo. Then there's Dragic, and there's the Cavaliers. James comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jetty Osman in for Colin Sexton. Then for the Heat, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Always an intriguing part of the early season, Steve. Teams that are outperforming the expectations, and they look much different than we thought they would.
Yeah, you have those teams, and that's what you love. Those teams, all of us experts, we say where they're going to finish. They end up 3 or 4 slots up, and then those are the teams that just get that momentum. They get going. They have great team chemistry, and they outdo our expectations.
We've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. The Cavaliers, number 1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
The Cavaliers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Nancy's checked in for Andre Drummond. Heroes checked in for the Heat.
In Miami last year, they had a shooting problem. Bottom third in the league in field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage. Hard to win that way in today's league.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Dragic. He's covered closely. Olynyk the pass to Dragic. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by James. This is it to Porter. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Porter's got 5. Steve, when you look at the Heat's roster, what you really see is a lot of toughness, length, and athleticism.
Yes, all of that's great, as long as you can also put the ball in the net. Now we know roster construction is a fluid thing. Miami has a talented front office. They leave no stone unturned in trying to build a championship contender.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here is Robinson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now here's Dragic. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down.
Beautiful vision to find an open man. Born leading by example.
Now the pass to James. Outside Porter. Garland the pass to James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Pistons.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
You hate to lose it at the line, especially when you're getting what you want in other areas of the game.
Here's Dragic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
James. And James throws it down.
And Nike, one of the giants in the shoe industry, and from what I've heard, they have signed Jay to be a member of their team. Big moment for that young man.
Are you kidding me? You better believe it, GA. And, you know, every young player always dreams of the moments like this when they sign with the shoe company. Big get for Nike. And I think, GA, a huge achievement for Jay. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We'll take a look at the Spurs. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think for Cleveland, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Beautiful reverse jam right there. Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And Porter comes to help. Back to Robinson. A floater. The putback. And James pulls it down. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And James throws it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Porter against Robinson. Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Robinson passes to Olynyk over Porter. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
James, no good. The Heat trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Down low, here's Adebayo. He's off on that one. Great D that time from James. To the paint. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting very healthy, 6 for 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Rockets the pass to Hero. He dishes it to Robinson. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Pass to Hero. Deep. No good from Dragic.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
James in the post. Shoots. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Dragic, he's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
Well, it was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
From deep 3-point range, they get it again. And so it's Cleveland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Here. James checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Bell. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Murray. And Porter subbed in for Garland. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Jones comes in for Robinson.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
On the court for the Heat. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Hero out there with Dragic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Sexton's shot is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
The kick out to Porter. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
James, the pass to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Pass to Olynyk. On the wing, Jones. Back to Olynyk. Jones finds Olynyk. Fires the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Cleveland will come the other way. Back to James. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 at that basket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
1:57 left in the first half. Jones dishes to Dragic. Shot to stop the run. And James pulls it down. James has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And the Heat call time here. But you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run. Those that can't, get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
A lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And I think also they're a team that has a better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Outside, Dragic passes to Hero. Outside, Jones. They could use a bucket. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. Shots good by Hero.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. There's the lob to the hoop, and that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
The Heat making a switch here. Crowder's checked in.
Showing the courage and strength to take it up inside. Gorn will now go to the line.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 7 points.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the side.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And so it's Cleveland with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from...
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jay, a lot of scoring from you in the first half. What are you guys doing offensively that's allowed you to be so successful?
You know what? I think I had some good matchups, and I felt very comfortable with it early on. My teammates have been, looking for me, and I'm guessing the defense will throw me some different looks coming up.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James. Cavaliers with some changes. James checked in for Drummond. Bell comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Nance in for Porter. And a new group in for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Bam Adebayo. Leonard comes in for Crowder. Heroes checked in for Derek Jones. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Jay out there with Bell, and it's Nance in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
To Hero. And the rejection by James. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Cleveland leading by 19 points. It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic is running, and the layup's good off the glass. Dragic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
James against Olynyk. Here's Nance. It's hauled in by the Heat. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds in the game. Robinson passes to Dragic. That shot off. Nance with some nice D. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Bell trying to become more consistent offensively. All young players have things they need to work on, and rightfully so. That's how you become a veteran.
Here's Hero. 7 points in the game. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Hero. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Zizic has checked in. Hero passes to Robinson. Kicks to Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Garland. Pass to Hero. Outside Robinson. Pass to Dragic. The Heat need to get a shot off. Leonard. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick or the lay-in.
James right side. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Here's Sexton. Hits it despite the hand. Great strong finish. And he'll go to the line for one more. That went on Olynyk.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes. And that's what you hope for coming in.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Right side, Dragic. Nobody near Leonard. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
James outside. Oh, Nance in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Outside, Dragic. Shoots over Garland. And James pulls it down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by James. James has got assist number 8 now on the night. There's 53 seconds left in the third. And the official said it was a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. You look at James. Fierce inside defender. Tops in the NBA in blocks.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier rim protector in this year's rookie class.
And they double up James. And Nance kicks to James. Back to Nance. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Passes it to Olynyk. Dishes it to Dragic. To the middle. Leonard, no luck.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Basket good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And so it's Cleveland holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Miami, we've got Haslam. Solomon Hill is out there with Hero. And it's Akpala in at the 2 spot.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Exum kicks to James. Inside, Zizic, good, and the assist goes to James.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Miami shooting 43% from the field. Hero passes to Hill. Here's Akpala. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on the total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Kevin Love's checked in for Osman. Porter comes in for Murray. And it's Sexton in for Exum.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And stolen by James. And the dunk by James.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Adebayo with the bucket. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. James, the bounce pass. Zizic had a hand on it. Here's the break. Here's Jones. That one, no good. Great D that time from Love. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Porter against Iguodala. The dish to Crowder. Here's Hero. It's the target from 18 feet. Hero's got 11 in the second half.
Superb vision and decision by Jake Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Here's Iguodala. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala. Here's Adebayo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
We've talked about it. Be ready when your number is called. Bell brings a lot of activity.
Down low. There's the steal. James against Adebayo. James dishes to Bell. Robinson with the block. No good from Bell.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's James, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Trying his luck from deep. Akpala, no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Outside Dragic. Picked him clean. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Outside Dragic to the middle. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from James. The pass to Osman. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Osman's got his first basket.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Pass to Akbala. We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now, the quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Exum passes to James. That's tipped. 1:35 left in the fourth. And here's Dragic. Pass to Haslem. Just 4 to shoot. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jay.
An all-around dominant performance. Only certain guys can do this. Complete control, 3 phases of the game. Congrats, a triple-double.
And the dunk by James.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
They get a hand on it. And James throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Akbala, the pass to Silver. Heat moving the ball around. Haslem can't get it to go. Here's James. Banked in off the glass.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.
And you got to commend this team, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Now let me give you what you came for. Coming up.
Bucks off Shaq here. That was one of the best offensive performances I've seen this year. If you can keep it up, I might even give you one of my nicknames.
Oh, man, coming from you, Shaq? You know I'm humble. Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome back to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. That's kind of a triple-double, right?
That's a negatory, Jay.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? It feels cool. Happy we picked up the dub, obviously. And it feels good to put some numbers on the board. Only downside is my shoulders are kind of sore from carrying the team. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Shouts out to my teammates. They really helped me shine.
Well, great stuff, Jay, and we thank you for...
All right, man, you got me.